Pleased to have here on the Rich Eisen Show a man who is starring in the film Dangerous that is out there in theaters and on demand, starring Mel Gibson, Scott Eastwood, Famke Johnson, and Kevin Durant with a D. It's not Kevin Durant. That's a big, yes, I know. It's a big difference. Here on the Mercedes-Benz Vans phone line is none other than Tyrese Gibson. How are you, Tyrese?
I'm good, man. Good morning to you, sir.
No, good morning to you as well. This is not a surprise to me that your voice does sound great, man. I got to be honest with you. It's coming through now.
Yeah, your voice is great too, man. Compliments to you too, sir.
I appreciate it. Well, I've got this big microphone in front of me. You're talking in front of a landline, right? This sounds like a...
Yeah.
You're an adult. You know, you're an adult. You have a landline. You've got a voice. You're going to ready to roll. I love it.
No, I'm talking to you from my cell phone. I'm sorry.
Wow.
Whoa, wow.
Jeez. Okay. I like it. I like it very much. How did you get into acting? How did that first start for you, Tyrese?
John Singleton, rest in peace, was the guy that, I think we've all had that moment where we either see something, we're exposed to something, or someone says something and they're like, I see something in you that you may not see in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I was only a singer, and I was so excited about my singing career. The last thing I wanted to do was act. And, they always say if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. So I guess there was something I was supposed to do that I was running from or never just sat still and heavily considered. And John Singleton literally chased me for 5 years and just kept saying, you're going to be an actor. I'm going to put you in a movie. And he did that to so many people, from Ice Cube to Nia Long to you name it, Morris Chestnut. Just a lot of people that he ended up putting on who made their debut in a film that he directed, and I was one of the lucky ones. So fast forward, as I get this call about Dangerous, on the other side of him passing away, coming up on 3 years now, when I book movies, it feels different now because he would always be the first person I would call.
Oh, boy.
And I would call him throughout the shoot or just talk to him about, we got to do this scene, man, any advice? He was constantly mentoring me. And, you never miss a good thing till it's gone. But, yeah, this Dangerous movie is something, man.
Well, I just want to linger a bit on John Singleton before we get to the present day as well, Tyrese. So why did he have to chase you down? Don't you say yes to John Singleton right away? No?
I knew who he was, but this might sound ghetto as hell, might be crazy.
Sure.
But my truth is, I'm from South Central L.A., and when you're in the hood, they always talk a lot of mess about people who go Hollywood. Oh, he acting all Hollywood. And then after I did my first movie, the only reason I did it is because my character was from South Central L.A. It was a ghetto classic. We felt it at the time while we were making it. And I felt like all my boys I grew up with would never say I went Hollywood because I was doing a movie that was about the hood. And then later on, as I got into the industry, I realized that Hollywood is not a career. It's a personality type. When people are arrogant, cocky, act like they're bigger and better than everybody, their nose is up in the air. He acting all Hollywood was something that they could say about anybody. You could be in real estate, you can be a thousandaire, a millionaire, and if you start acting brand new, bougie, or out of touch, then that's a personality type that they call Hollywood. So it was the stupidest thing in the world. Like, I ain't never finna do no movie. They ain't finna call me Hollywood. But that was my reason. And John talked me into it. It just goes to show you, man, that should never listen to people on any level that's trying to discourage you from taking advantage of opportunities. And who would ever think I'd be working with, Mel Gibson, who I grew up watching. Ever since I seen Passion of the Christ, I just was like, man, one day I just hope to share the screen with this man. And here we are. I work with Kevin Durand.
Yes,
before.
Yeah.
We did a film called Legion. Me, him, and Dennis Quaid. So it was cool to reconnect with him. And I work with Scott Eastwood as well on Fast 8. So, yeah, it was. It felt like a bit of a homecoming, and it was a moment. My last name is Gibson. His last name is Gibson.
Yes, that's right.
It's pretty cool.
Pair of Gibsons, no doubt about that. Tyrese Gibson here on the Rich Eisen Show. What did you like about Dangerous? What do you like? What should we be looking forward to seeing in this one?
I mean, the gist of the movie is Scott Eastwood is trying to get to the bottom of who killed his brother. And he's literally a sociopath who has to take medicine because he just doesn't. He's a sociopath, and he just kind of goes through this whole movie on this journey trying to get to the bottom of who killed his brother. And I can't give the whole movie away, but
right.
it's one of them thrillers. Trying to avenge his brother's death. It's something crazy.
It's available in theaters right now on demand. Tyrese Gibson here on the Rich Eisen Show. So what's your sports affiliation? Lakers? Would you go Lakers? Dodgers?
Yeah,
you got any football?
I'm not a big sports guy, but if I do rock with sports, it's definitely the Lakers. Okay.
Well, because I thought, and I've done this for a long time in the sports world for about 25 years. Virtually every singer, recording artist wants to be a sports star, and vice versa. That never hit you. That never.
Not me.
Not you. Okay.
No way.
All right. No way. Really. That never hit you because it just strikes.
Yeah, okay. I haven't. I mean, this is sadly. If I watch a football game, it's normally Super Bowl.
Sure.
If I watch a baseball game, it's normally pieces of the World Series. So I live in Atlanta now, and so obviously I was definitely watching bits and pieces of that game.
Okay.
And feel really proud of the Braves now that I live here. But I'm a Laker fan, always been from the beginning of time. Magic Johnson, Kobe to LeBron now. It's definitely my favorite team.
Tyrese Gibson here on the Rich Eisen Show. Tyrese, we play with celebrity guests on this program a game called Celebrity True or False. We have a couple of facts here from your I guess, filmography as well as articles that have been written about you. And I just want to know what's true and false, if you don't mind. We even have some.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, here we go. We even have some good production value to it. Go ahead, hit it, please.
Celebrity True or False?
You can't handle the truth.
Okay, here we go. First one up. Is it true or false? You bought your first house at age 16. Is that a true or false story?
True.
Is this from money from film career, singing? What was it for you?
My singing.
Your
yeah.
singing.
I got my record deal after I did my Coke commercial.
Your Coke commercial.
I bought my house with my advance.
How'd you get into a Coke commercial as a teenager? How did that work?
They called my high school.
Come on.
Said they were looking for a male black 16 through 18 for a Coke commercial, and I was the last person to show up for the audition, and I got the gig. Changed my life.
So, okay, so you're just walking through the halls of your high school, and somebody pulls you aside and says that, hey, we got a call.
No, they called the music department.
Okay, and you were in the music department?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you've always been attracted to music, right? I guess then.
Music is my first love, still to this day.
So what did you do in that Coke commercial? What did you do?
I'm singing on the bus. I got a backpack on, and the way the commercial ends, I end up with a really big smile at the end, wearing headphones and a backpack. It's a very, very, very famous commercial. It changed my life when I was 15. And my mother had the co-sign on the house because you got to be at least 21 to own a property in California. And she co-signed, and I bought the house.
Wow. Life-changing commercial. Now you live in Atlanta, home of Coca-Cola. It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's great.
How about that? Second one, true or false?
A few times.
True or false, Tyrese Gibson? You have a big-time fear of owls. Is that true or false?
True.
Why? Why do you have a fear of owls?
I just don't like them. It's no different than people that don't like rats.
It's a majestic bird for many people, though, Tyrese.
Yeah, well, not for me.
Okay. All right. Next up, when you were growing up, you dreamed of becoming a trash collector when you were a young child. Is that a true story as well?
Very true.
Okay. What appealed to you? Just the truck and working hard, or something like that?
You know, anything that feels alpha for me from childhood. All my big homies were alphas. Everything I know about what I identify with as a real man is an alpha. And I just thought there's a lot of jobs out there, but it takes a real man, a real alpha to be picking up trash. And at the time, this was long before people were pulling up to the trash can and it has the automatic thing that kind of picks it up.
Yes.
With the forklift. And
yeah, right.
This is when real men was like pulling up, and you know, they wore their back braces and they was lifting that trash up and right. doing that thing. So I used to go like 10 houses up the street. I put on like 3 or 4 belts around my waist, regular belts.
Yeah.
And every week I just would help the trash man. And that's what I wanted to be. That was long before I ever knew I could sing, way long before any thought of acting. And, yeah, I knew that they had medical and dental benefits. And
there you go.
I was like coming home every day smelling like trash. It had to be pretty sexy to your girlfriend or your wife. And so that's what I wanted to do.
All right. The last one for you here on Celebrity True or False, Tyrese Gibson. True or false, you have a fully functioning Benihana-style restaurant located right in your backyard, and you call it Gibsihana. Is that true or story?
It's true, and you can Google it. There's videos, there's photos. I've been partying in that thing for the last 10 years.
So do you operate it yourself? Do you chop things up yourself?
All my employees are from Benihana's.
like you go straight to the fruit of the vine is what you're saying. You go straight to the Benihana and you get them in and they do their thing for you in your backyard.
Yeah. It's called poaching. So
okay.
I've definitely poached it. The thing is, I've been doing this for years, and I don't mean no disrespect to the Benihana empire, but if I'm ever looking for someone to do something, I normally show up to their job where they're doing what I want them to do for me, and then I'll just ask them, "Let me get your phone number. I don't want you to leave your job, but here and there, I'm going to call you and see if you want to take advantage of this opportunity." I mean, you can Google this as well. I even built a full cleaners with the iron and press steam. I built a full cleaners in my garage. They actually did a story on it on TMZ, which is kind of random. But,
yeah.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things where my brain has always been, if I see it, if I like it, if I want it, then I'm going to do it. And the idea came from a complaint that I've heard from most of my celebrity VIP friends that we can't go nowhere, can't eat nowhere, can't do anything, especially in L.A., because the paparazzi and the cameras is always messing with us. So I don't want to name drop, but if you can think of anybody who's an A, B, and C-list star, director, writer, producer, you name it, all ate in my backyard. And we've had some of the most legendary parties. And it's been amazing. The crazy thing is I'm actually selling the house right now. And that's the hardest part about letting the house go, because there's so many moments that, so many moments. Michael Bay, John Singleton, just you name it.
Sure.
Paul Walker. First time I used it, first time I built it was for my daughter's 5th birthday, and she's 14 now. And
Damn.
so if you pull up an image right now and you type in Benihana, you'll see an image of Paul Walker, Vin Diesel, and Will Smith with his daughter, all sitting in my backyard at Benihana's.
That has to be legendary. That has to have been a legendary day.
And then across from Paul Walker and Vin was actually Dexter and Bernice King, who is the son and daughter of Martin Luther King and Coretta Scott King. All of this happened on the debut, the first time I ever built it and used it. And so I knew that I was like, if we're starting this way, it's only up from here.
I should say so, and it's too bad I never got there, too, because I'll be honest with you, Tyrese, I'm a messy eater. So if I'd gotten something on my shirt, you're telling me I could have gone in your garage and gotten it fully cleaned and laundered and pressed as well.
We could have got you all the way right. We could have washed, pressed you up.
Wow.
Put you in a regular T-shirt until we took care of you, and then had that thing delivered to you. Here's the thing. I even had the plastic that go on top. So once we press it, put the plastic on.
Full service.
It was full service, baby. You should Google all this stuff, man. I don't lie to my friends.
All right.
I don't make stuff up, man. I went all out. And then I went and poached like 4 people that work at the cleaners. It's like, if you work 5 days a week, man, just come see me on Saturday. Take care of you. Everything in my house. I spend so much money on the cleaners every year because there's certain things that you just can't put in the wash machine.
That's true.
I was like, man, I'm not spending all this money. I said, I'm going to hire this guy. I'm going to pay him per hour, and he's just going to get me right with every suit, button up, and pants, and everything, you name it. And you work at the cleaners, so you know how to operate all this stuff in here. Yes, sir.
Where have you been all my life, Tyrese? My God, this is fantastic. I really am inspired by every word that's dropping out of your mouth right now. This is amazing. Dangerous in theaters and on demand. Check it out with Tyrese Gibson, Mel Gibson, Kevin Durand, Famke Johnson, and Scott Eastwood. This has been an absolute...
You mind if I mention one thing before we go?
Have at it.
Of course we want you guys to go see Dangerous. But I wanted to mention... one of the proudest things I've ever done in my life is launch VoltronTravel.com. VOLTRON travel.com.
Okay.
Every booking, hotel, flight, or car rental, every booking, we're shaving off a percentage to put black and brown people through college at HBCUs. The proudest thing I've ever done. So with all of the holiday travel that's coming up, please go to VoltronTravel.com, and you can go and book anywhere. I get it. But when you book with me, you're making a difference, and we're putting black and brown people through college with full scholarships, the underserved, and it's the proudest thing I've ever done. And I just wanted to make sure I mentioned that before we go.
It's fantastic. VoltronTravel.com. TJ, you wanted to hop in here?
I just had a quick question. Tyrese, what up, man? This is TJ.
What up, man?
So you brought up Baby Boy earlier, right? And so now I'm thinking the Benihana and the dry cleaner, right? Is that fall into the guns category or the butter category? Like, Vin Rhames talked about the guns and the butter. So which one of these categories do these two fall into?
Here's the thing.
It's a good one.
Here's the thing. One thing I never look forward to is an invoice from Benihana. And so me paying that one chef and feeding damn near 200 people per night, I would think that it would fall into the butter category.
There's your answer.
The amount of money I was looking to save from my cleaners every month, sheets and bedding and clothes, it's butter, saving money. So, yeah, that's my answer.
There you go.
That's what's up.
This is great, Tyrese Gibson. Let's do this more often. Whenever you want to promote anything, this chat has just been delightful, and it's been awesome. So thanks for the call. I really appreciate it. Let's do this again.
Hey, man, thank you for having me on, and thank you guys for your great energy. This is my first interview of the day.
Excellent.
So I'm off to a good start.
There we go.
No doubt.
There we go. I hate to tell you, and I don't mean to slag on anybody else in my business. It's all downhill from here for you, unfortunately.
Sorry, thank you for letting me mention the travel site on the air as well.
You got it.
Means a lot to me.
VoltronTravel.com. A slice of all the bookings goes towards putting, as he said, people of color into HBCUs, where our friend Deion Sanders currently coaches college football.
Indeed.
So fantastic. Eddie George.
And it's via the Thurgood Marshall Foundation as well. It's been around for well over 75 years.
Fantastic.
So they're my partner to make sure that all the money from the bookings are going to put folks through college. So I'm just very, very proud. And while I'm on the air, I'm like, I probably couldn't afford this conversation. But now that we're on the airwaves, I just hope y'all definitely book with us.
You got it. VoltronTravel.com, dangerous in theaters. Tyrese Gibson, thank you, sir. You be well.
Thank you.
You got it. Tyrese Gibson, right here on The Rich Eisen Show. Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.